Hi, Nathan here from tennisfitness.com. What I want to talk to you today is about endurance training for tennis. What we've found over the last few years is there's been quite a big drop off with people focusing on this area. Okay, a few years ago people used to focus on it a lot more. Okay, endurance training, it's really important for tennis, okay, to get you through those long practice sessions, recovery in between points, okay, and in a match, staying strong, first, second, third set, all the way through a match. It's quite an important aspect for off-court fitness training. Okay, today we're going to show you some easy, practical ways to help you improve it. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit now about what we call interval training. Interval training is great at helping you to improve your recovery between points. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take your heart rate up, so we're going to get you burning some fuel and exerting some energy for a set period of time. For this program we're actually going to do for 2 minutes. So you're going to work hard at 80% of your maximum for 2 minutes. Then we're going to drop you back down for 1 minute. So we've got a work-rest ratio of 2 to 1. So you're going to work for twice as long as you rest. Okay? So what this is going to do, this is going to start to build up your cardio resistance. Okay, so it's very important your body getting used to getting its heart rate up and dropping back down and recovering quickly. Okay, so that's going to help recovering in between points, the change of ends, sets, etc. Okay, which is obviously what tennis is all about. Being able to, whoever recovers better is going to have more stamina at the end of the match. So we're going to give you some information on this as well, but I'll just go over it quickly with you now. So you're going to start off with a 5-minute run. Okay, nice and easy, 50-60%. When we're talking percentages, okay, 100% would be like if you were to sprint as fast as you can for as long as you can. By the time you finish, you're going to be absolutely spent. So you're probably only going to get about 45 seconds out doing that. Okay. So when we're talking about percentages, you need to think like a 10% would be like a really slow walk, and 100% would be just running as fast as you can for as long as you can. So we want you to jog to start out as what we call a warm-up. You're going to do this for 5 minutes, and we want you to start at 50% and build it up to 60%. So by the time you get to your 5 minutes, you're just starting to sweat, your heart rate's elevated, and your internal body temperature's quite warm. After you do that, then you're going to go straight into 2 minutes of running at 80%. Okay, so this is where you start to push yourself, and this is where the results are going to come. So you're working hard for 80% for 2 minutes, and you're going to walk for 1 minute. Don't worry about jogging. Particularly at the start, your first set through, you're actually going to want to jog a little bit quicker than a minute, okay? But trust me, you've got 6 sets through this, you're going to need your energy. So 2 minutes of running at 80%, 1 minute walking at 50%. We want you to do this 6 sets through with no stopping at all, okay? Once again, 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 6 times through. So it's going to take you 18 minutes just to do the interval training. Then you're going to finish off with a 5-minute jog at 50%. So nice slow jog. Okay, so all up we're looking at about 35 to 40 minutes, okay, to get you through this. That's including getting yourself ready, etc. So after you've done, so once again you're working at 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, okay, trying to get the heart rate up, getting your body used to working at high intensity and dropping down. It's really important to work this phase. Ideally what we want you to do is to do this on its own once to twice a week, okay, away from your tennis and anything else, when you're feeling quite fresh, so you can get the most out of it. Worst case scenario, if you have to tack it on to an end of a session, a practice lesson or even a match, this is okay to do at the end of it. Okay, so you'd finish practice, okay, change your shoes over, off you go for your run. Alright, so it's going to take you about 30 to 40 minutes to get through, and ideally doing it on its own, but sticking at the end of the lesson is fine as well. Alright. Alright guys, so the last component to build up your cardio endurance is what we call SLD training, so long low distance training. Okay, now I think there's a lot of myths around about this sort of training and how it affects tennis. Okay, I know in the past a lot of players have done a lot of long, slower distance running. Okay, a lot of sports have, and there's been a bit of a shift over the last 5 years and people are steering away from it. What we're actually seeing through the whole ranks through tennis players from all different levels is everyone's cardio endurance is dropping down. Okay, so we need to go back to basics, and this is a real basic exercise. All it involves is running for 20 to 30 minutes, okay, slow, long distance. So we want you sitting at about 70% of your maximum, okay, and we want you to start out by doing 20 minutes, okay, running for 20 minutes at 70%, okay. Don't worry about any multi-directional running or anything like this. We're just challenging the energy system and your cardiovascular base. This is really good to stick at the end of a session. Okay, so once again, like your interval training, once you've finished hitting, it's good just to change your shoes over and get out for a 20 to 30 minute run. And that's going to help build up your base because you would have just hit. You stick your shoes on, off you go. So by simply running 20 to 30 minutes, you only want to probably do it once to twice a week, so twice would be the maximum. Sticking at the back end of your lessons is ideal. So once you've hit, changing your shoes over and getting yourself out for a run, it's going to have a big impact on your cardio endurance. Alright guys, so there you have it. We've given you your testing tool, okay, so the Martin Method metronome test. We've given you your interval training program. We want you doing that once a week, and then we've given you your slow long distance program. All very practical and easy to implement training principles. We want you to get into them, give them a go as soon as you can, and you're going to see your endurance, your cardio endurance go through the roof. What's really important to do is probably run with those for about 4 to 6 weeks, and then we want you to go back again and reset the metronome test and see how much you've improved. It's going to give you a little bit of a target, something to aim towards. So until next time, train like a pro, play like a pro.